What's up, guys? Cole with More Dirt back here with another video. In this video, I'm going to strictly go over my truck trailer and my day-to-day setup. This is what I use on 90% of the jobs. I have an excavator I have access to also, which I'll throw that in here. There's another video I filmed, but it's not mine. I do not own it. This is everything I own. So I'm going to go over everything I use. Basically, I would say my starter pack, like what do I take to the majority of jobs. So I'll go over everything in detail and explain to you when I got this attachment, why I got this attachment, and then I'll explain to you how I got started, what I used when I first got started. Because this setup was a dream when I first started in this business. I have a picture of my dad's 2002 E350 7.3 van pulling a 16-foot car trailer with a Kubota on it. That was my first ever setup. So this behind me might not seem like much to a lot of you guys or to some of you big guys, but to me, this is a dream. So let's get started. Yo, hold up, wait a second. Real quick before we get started, I'm gonna link all my attachments in my trailer and where I bought everything below in the description. Check it out, you get prices, you get basically where I bought it, how I got it. I'm just gonna be blunt with you guys. You go down there, you see what I paid, you see where I got it. All these things are what I use day to day. I believe in them, they work well for me, they help my business run efficiently. Also, moving today forward, no more consultation calls. I'm not gonna be answering emails. I'm overwhelmed. So what I've decided to do, I've teamed up with Blue Collar Launchpad. I've helped them develop this new community. The developers came to me and asked me, hey Cole, what were you looking for? What would have helped you when you were starting your business? What kind of questions did you have? And basically all the questions I answer for you guys are the same questions that I had. So what I've done, I've taken basically my brain and just pour it out to these guys. Hey, there's a need for this. There's a need for blue collar business people, not just excavation guys. There's a need in the blue collar space for guidance and mentorship. And that group, this new group, Blue Collar Launchpad, is gonna be that place. So check it out, link below. It's $129 a month, or annually it'll break down to $104 a month. The goal is to get a whole bunch of successful entrepreneurs in the blue collar space that want to come together and grow businesses efficiently. Giuseppe has built models and built programs that you guys cannot believe. It's a $20,000 value, what he has built. It would cost you $20,000, I'm not kidding, to do this per month basis. He has so much intel and information in this group. It's insane. From Google marketing, Facebook marketing, to how to build a website, how to structure your business with scheduling, estimating, getting back with customers, automated replies. You know, if someone messages you and you want to have an automated reply, he can help you build this whole program. It shocked me how in depth he got, and I'm so excited that he came to me to help build this platform. So from now on, twice a month, I'm gonna be on there answering you guys' questions in a Zoom meeting or whatever. All your excavation, estimating tips, whatever. Twice a month, get at me. That's how I'm gonna be answering questions from now on. Again, I highly recommend this, guys. This is next level stuff. Nothing like this is available to you guys right now. There's not a group like this at this price point. If you wanna get this kind of intel and legit information directly from me, you gotta pay big money, because these guys, they think their time is worth way more than it really is, in my opinion. Anyhow, God first, family second, work third, more dirt. Let's make it happen. So right off the rip, this is a 2015 F350 with a 6.7. I do have a built transmission and airbags on this truck. It has a factory gooseneck setup, and I buy all my trucks from Florida. I don't buy anything in Indiana. I buy everything in Florida. The underneath of this thing is clean. There's no rust. I bought this truck with 170,000 miles on it, and it just turned over 230,000 miles. You can see it's a lariat or whatever, which doesn't really matter, but this thing is a workhorse. I mean, I got power tools in here, my big impact. I got 2 car seats. I mean, it's a functional dad wagon and a work truck. I do not have a fuel setup on this. It's one thing I do wish I had, is a fuel tank. The reason I don't is because I keep so much stuff back here. I keep my tonneau cover down. I mean, this thing's full of tools. Again, it's not perfect, but I can lock this, keep this closed, and I just look like a civilian. And a lot of times if I'm downtown in Bloomington working where I'm from, I want to look like a civilian. I don't want people to know I'm a business. For one, I don't need that extra tension going anywhere. I don't want DOT messing with me. So I run under the radar basically all the time. That's my choice. My dogs are barking. I run a Gen Y hitch, fully adjustable, 2 5/16 and a 2-inch pintle setup, and the reason I got a pintle hitch trailer, like I've mentioned before in other videos, is a lot of people don't ask to borrow a pintle hitch trailer. So when I bought this trailer, I didn't want every bunch of people asking me to borrow it, and if I had a pintle, I knew a lot of people don't have that. So it might seem silly, but that was my reasoning, and I've never had anybody ask me to borrow my trailer. So that trailer gets borrowed all the time. So we'll talk about that trailer in a minute, and that's my first ever purchase for M&M Earthworks was that trailer. My day-to-day trailer, my bumper pull equipment trailer that I use, is this 22-foot Diamond C. It's rated for 18,000 pounds. I'm not sure how wide it is. I think it's 83 inches wide inside the fenders. Super nice built trailer. I got the mega ramps, the max ramps. Very, very, very convenient. The only thing I don't like about this trailer is how it's low dragging, so sometimes it drags the ass. But I shopped around forever and ever and ever. I did not want a tilt deck trailer. I've seen too many of the tilt decks fail, and I want something easy. The less moving parts, the less something breaks. So this thing's safe, easy, and it has plenty of room, as you can see, to do what I need to do. Attachments wise that I take with me most of the time, the reason I have both buckets on here and I have one on my skid steer is I'm going to do a rip wrap job, and I do not like, call me crazy, call me prima donna, I do not like putting rip wrap in this bucket, and I'll explain why in a second. So what goes with me every job? The Express Steel 72-inch land lever goes with me to every single job. If you do not know what a land lever is, it's a land plane, land rake with offset teeth. This is 72 inches wide. It does incredible with finish work, grading driveways, grading ground, whatever. Up here we have a standard 72-inch smooth bucket. You can see I have the freshly welded on ears here. So this holds my bucket on the land plane, makes it really, really nice. Obviously, everyone needs to have a bucket, but if you're gonna buy auxiliary attachments, this would be one of my first purchases if you wanna do the line of work that I do. A land rake is something that goes with me to every single job. Okay, so the M&M Earthworks MORE.DIRT CMP Hydro Bucket, 78-inch, does not go with me to every job. And the reason that is I'm not putting in new yards or grading new driveways like this on every job. This is a specialty attachment. I could take it with me everywhere if I wanted to, but a lot of times I don't want to I guess overwork this bucket because it's so nice looking. I mean, I'm being completely honest with you. I think it looks so good, I don't want to destroy it. Does that sound stupid? Probably, but I think it looks sick, and I just like that marketing aspect of it when I'm going down the road. So I don't take this to every job, but if I'm putting in a yard, if I'm grading an old nasty driveway, I'll take the rake and the hydro because that does such a good job. For instance, I did a 1,800-foot old chip and seal driveway, and I literally did 2 passes with that, knocked up all the old chip and seal, and was able to track it in and put new stone on it. It was awesome. I have nothing but good things to say about the hydro. When it's needed, it's needed. So but it's not something I take with me every day. We're going to do some finish work of this next job, so it's going with me. The equipment we have today, obviously, is my beloved 2021 Kubota SVL 75-2. It is a high flow. It is 2-speed. I don't have a Bluetooth radio in it or whatever, but I've ran every brand of skid steer you can imagine, and I will say a Takeuchi and a Kubota is my 2 favorite brands across the board. The overhead door, the power, the visibility makes this and a Takeuchi my go-to machines. I will never ever own anything besides a Kubota or a Takeuchi unless it's given to me. So I 100,000% recommend a Kubota or a Tak just because of the overhead door. Getting out of that door when your attachment's up or if you're stuck, it makes it so back in the beginning of my M&M Earthworks, my business, back in the early days, like I've explained before, my additional business model was going to be a stump grinding business. So I bought a dump trailer, and I was trying to find a stump grinder during COVID, and I couldn't get a stump grinder. So I ended up start renting skid steers and hauling gravel, and so this is how I got a dump trailer. But that's the first thing I purchased for my business is a 16-foot Sure Track dump trailer. 20K lift capacity. It's a scissor, it's not a telescopic, it's a scissor lift. Really, really love this thing. It's paid for itself a million times over. I've abused the crap out of it. It is a gooseneck because at the time I was worried about just convenience with wiggle worm, like with the stump grinder and like just putting in wood chips in the back. I was worried I was gonna have offset weight. I don't want to worry about the bumper pull, so I got a gooseneck, and this thing sits a lot. As you can see right now, it's acting as a dumpster. I have a bunch of construction debris in here, but I still use this thing. I would say once or twice a month I haul material in it still. So anything on a job site 6 ton or under, if I need to haul it in, I haul it in with this. Rock, dirt, whatever, the dump trailer gets used. Moving over here, Emmy, stop. Moving over here, we got the 72-inch express steel 4-in-1 bucket, or also known as a clamshell bucket. It opens and closes. Back when I first got started in business, I was still working a full-time job, and a lot of times I would like go to a driveway or a parking lot extension after work, and I didn't have time to go prep and get it ready and have dump trucks come and spread. So I would have gravel staged up. Then I would go there, prep it, and then I would spread all the gravel with this. And if you get good enough with a clamshell, you can actually drive and open it slowly and spread gravel just like you're tailgating with a dump truck. So I use a crap out of that. I still use it probably, I don't know, probably a dozen times a month. It goes with me on some jobs, and I take it and pick up little saplings and brush and stuff and move it around. It's a very, very handy attachment to have. My poor dog, I think she has something wrong with her. She just barks at the wind, literally barking at nothing. Another attachment in the lineup is my Express Steel XP24. This is an 8-foot wide snow box. What can you say? It's a snow box, adjustable cutting edge, which works really, really well. Last year we had a hard snow with the quick freeze, and that cutting edge cut through the ice so well. I pushed the crap out of snow with it last year. First ever snow box I've ever ran or used, so I have nothing to truly compare it to, but I will say I have good luck with it so far. Coming over here, last but not least, my Express Steel forks. I just bought these literally 2 weeks ago. Oh crap, that was loud, sorry. I just bought these 2 weeks ago on that retaining wall job because I had to move pallets around. My dad's got the same set of forks at his house for his tractor. So yeah, you're gonna own a business with equipment, do anything like we do, you have to have a set of forks. They come in handy all the time, and a lot of times those go with me on the job site. So I'm actually gonna unload that thing this weekend and use it around the house, and the forks will be going in the trailer and going with me. That $700 grapple I made a video about lasted about $700 worth of fun. You can see it is RIP. RIP. I was root raking and snapped it in half, and then those tracks are off the 60. I just brought them back here last week. I gotta get these things hauled out of here. I might get this grapple fixed, but I might not. I don't know. I don't know if I want to mess with it or not. So basically my setup is pretty simple and pretty efficient. I try to think ahead and stage ahead. I try to not pull my machine home that much. I try to take it from job site to job site. But unfortunately, a lot of times I'm working in areas to where you can't leave the machine there, not safely, because machines are getting stolen so frequently around our state. So I pull my machine home probably once or twice a week, or I pull it to the next job site if I can. So I try to think ahead and plan ahead. That way I'm not pulling the machine back and forth. We'll get down to the brass tacks of things. I'll tell you how much I paid for all this stuff. I paid $36,000 for my truck. I paid $15,500 for my trailer. The land lever was $2,000. The bucket came with a skid steer. The skid steer cost me $68,000. This hydro bucket was $6,000. It's actually a little bit more than that, but I got a deal for YouTube. My forks cost me $785. My dump trailer cost me $8,900. The 4-in-1 was $4,500, and I believe this was, I think, $2,500. I think it says a number on here. Yeah, it's kind of wore off. And just to really drive home, I did not buy all this stuff at one time. All these purchases were made over a 3-year time period. I had that 06 Cummins, my dump trailer, a skid steer, and the land rake was the first things I really bought. I had the skid steer and everything before the land plane. I had the skid steer for almost 7 months before I bought the land rake, because I just wanted to make sure the extra money was going to a good value. And that thing's paid for itself 50 times over. If I was going to buy any single attachment at all to do grading driveways, put in yards, anything, that land plane all day long. That bucket, that land plane is really all you need. But in some situations, that hydro bucket comes in super, super handy, and I can actually advertise a different scope of work because of that hydro bucket. So don't feel discouraged to start out with lesser looking equipment or older equipment. There's nothing wrong with it. That 2006 Dodge I had and this 2019 dump trailer was perfect. It worked great. I got to where I blew my Dodge up. I blew the Cummins up, and I put double the money and I paid for it. So I was over it. Then I bought a dually, and diesel hit $6 a gallon, and no one wants to have a dually with $6 a gallon diesel fuel. So then I bought this truck, and then this truck is more simplified. My wife likes it. It's easier to be a dad in, because, like, let's be honest, I'm not going to buy a truck for work and a truck for play. That's just, to me, that makes no sense. It's a lot of money out of pocket per month for vehicles. I have another house that I pay for that's cheaper than a truck payment. I have a whole other property besides this house that's cheaper than a new truck payment. So that's how my mind's wired. I rather buy investments and assets than buy a vehicle that's costing me money to look cool in my drive. If you guys have any questions or comments, concerns, whatever, I highly suggest joining the Blue Collar Launchpad, that new group we have going, me and Giuseppe have going. Or I should say Giuseppe and his team. I'm just fortunate enough to be included in it. It's for all you blue collar guys. It's not just dirt guys. It's for everyone blue collar. We're trying to build a community for young entrepreneurs to grow their businesses and actually succeed. There is no other group like this that we know of on the web right now. I have a lot of guys that I'm friends with, my mentors, that are going to be in the group, and I'm going to start doing once or twice Zoom meetings or web chat meetings, whatever platform they decide to use. We're going to set it up, and once or twice a month I'll get on there and explain my estimating technique and how I grew my business, and any questions you may have. Instead of doing my consultation calls, we're going to start utilizing this platform, because for one, it's easier for me to schedule this time than it is to make 15 phone calls a week. I thought that was going to be easier. It was not easier. I was overwhelmed. So I'm trying to get all the valuable information I can in one area for you guys to utilize for as low cost, because the other platform, EA, that we were using was pretty expensive for what it was, and I didn't see the value in that personally after using it for a while. So $129 a month, or annually it's $104 a month for Blue Collar Launchpad. It's highly worth it. Giuseppe, the guy that made this, he is who taught me how to do social media marketing across the board. There's so many things that he teaches, and the value is so expensive if you paid someone else to do this. So highly recommend checking it out. If you have any questions about that, you can email me directly about the program, and I'll be happy to explain it more. And yeah, all right guys, thank you so much. As always, do not forget, God first, family second, work third. I truly believe in that. I've been starting a new thing to where I read the Bible at least 4 times a week. I was doing really bad about it lately, and I'm getting back on track. Let me tell you, the stress and the peace and everything I feel over my body, my soul, is so nice. And I know that God leads us down paths that we will not recognize and not understand. I'll tell you right now, guys, 3 years ago, I did not see myself being here. There's no way. But I prayed about it, and I put my trust and faith in him, and here we are. I wouldn't be talking to you right now like this if it wasn't for the good Lord. So please remember that. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.